this reason only information security comes into picture. So information security is not an organization level. It is like it is an organization problem, but it is not an IT problem. It is the problem which we are facing, and we have to preserve our information security by preserving CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So if you preserve these three things about your information, your entire information is protected, 100% protected, if you take care of these three things. Okay, so how will we take care of these three things, and why we will take care of these three things? It is just like you are protecting your information and minimizing the risk of exposing your information to unauthorized party. Okay, because once you will preserve confidentiality, integrity, and availability, you will automatically lead to information security. Okay, why we need information security? We need information security because we do not want that our brand or reputation get lost. Okay, we don't want that our information get lost. We don't want that due to loss of brand reputation, our business availability get lost. Okay, uh, if all these things happen, obviously it will affect our productivity. Okay, so we need to have high productivity. If we use best practices, only then we can increase our productivity, we can ensure higher levels of assurance, we can have competitive advantages, and we can even lead to business continuity and disaster recovery. Otherwise, if our information is lost, then who is going to trust on us and who is going to give business to us? Okay, so all in all, you can say that the heart of you can say information security is your confidentiality, integrity, and availability of your information. Okay, so you need to preserve all these three and you will safeguard your information. Now we'll see how it attack occurs on these three and how we can safeguard. Okay, so we'll see all these things. Now here you can say this is the security, these are these few security issues which we will be discussing. Like first, there is a normal flow wherein user and sender and receiver both are happy. Okay, because communication, smooth communication is happening. This is a normal flow. Now a third person came into picture wherein this attacker has stopped the message which was being sent by the sender to receiver. An interruption occurs, okay, by the attacker. Then further, uh, what attacker did, he modified that particular message and sent it to the receiver, and this receiver will think that okay, the sender has sent it, but sender has not sent it, it is changed or modified by this attacker. So it will be an unhappy, or you can say unsatisfied scenario. Further, if there is interception, like both are communicating successfully without any interruption, but he is listening to whatever communication is being done, so this is interception. Okay, then further, now sender has not sent any message, it is being fabricated by the attacker, and he has fabricated this message such that the sender has sent it. Okay, but he has not sent it. So again, this is an unhappy issue. And further, there will be lack of reliability also. Because of all these scenarios, now sender and receiver both do not have trust on each other, do not rely on each other. The sender will say, have you got the message I have sent? And receiver will say, no, I haven't got it. And receiver can ask, then, have you sent this message? But sender will say, no, I haven't sent it. Some other person would have sent. So you see, reputation loss is there. So reliability is lost, trust factor is lost. So whenever some interruption occurs, whenever we are communicating, interruption occurs, then that we say that the service which we were having earlier is now no more available. Okay, then your availability will be lost. Whenever any modification is done in your system, in your information, then we say integrity is lost. Okay, when we say that there is some interception, like somebody is listening to your communication, then we say our confidentiality is lost. Okay, when someone is fabricating messages on your behalf and sending that information to the receiver and fabricating it on his own and becoming genuine, and then we say that your authenticity is lost. And further, when there is no reliability between each other, then we say it is non-reputation. So all of these are security issues, and we need to work upon it. Okay, so now we know that what attacker how attacker attacks us. Okay, what are the various attacks which are being posed to us and how we are exploited, and what actually information is, and what are the loopholes, or what are the main objectives on which we have to work in order to secure information security. Okay, now we need to discuss about like what all are the weaknesses in our system. Like earlier we said that there is some weakness which are being exploited by these attackers, so we need to check it and patch those vulnerabilities so that we cannot get captured by this attacker. So vulnerability is basically weakness of an asset. Now this asset can be your browser, this asset can be your network, this asset can be your server side which you are accessing. So all these things which can hamper your confidentiality, integrity, and availability, who can damage you, is known as vulnerability. It can be any bug, it can be any defect in the software or hardware which is being exploited by the attacker. Okay, so this is vulnerability. Now what is threat? Threat is any event that has potential to bring harm to you, that can exploit you, is a threat. And a successful attack is called a threat. Okay, and what risk you might face due to this attack, due to this successful attack, that is threat on your vulnerability. So these three things are interlinked with each other. If you have a vulnerability, if you have weakness, then definitely you will be attacked. Okay, and successful attack is called threat. And once you are attacked, that means you are at risk. Okay, so risk is always threat multiplied by vulnerability. More is the threat, more is the vulnerability, more is the threat, and more will be the risk. Okay, so similarly, now once we know that where our vulnerability is, it's time to fix it. Okay, you need to identify that vulnerability first of all. Like what doctors do whenever we visit that doctor, they check us whether we have some deficiency of vitamins or minerals or any what kind of weakness we have. Similarly, we need to identify what kind of vulnerability or what kind of weakness our entire system have. Once we analyze and evaluate that weakness, we need to see how much risk we have, what in what you can say quantity we need to have security. Okay, then we will treat it accordingly. Okay, so it is similar to the doctor patient relationship. Similarly, our system is also treated accordingly. So till now we have seen unexpected growth. Okay, in 1990s we were just connected with one another in small networks, while in 2000s we had these websites on with us. We had application specific online contents, and 2010s we have cloud as a buzzword. Okay, and presently we are advancing in the age of IoT, wherein each and every device generate humongous data. So you see, there is in every decade we have seen evolution in the technology, evolution in the usage and its value also. Similarly, along with that, security problems have also evolved, and so as their solution also. And this evolution, I think it should never stop, because this shows that we are still progressing. Okay, we are in the progressing state. So this is the big picture wherein you can see network security and information security as the base, and the upper building of this entire structure is carrying cybersecurity at the top. So what cybersecurity is? Cybersecurity